Why the Gulf of Mexico? How did they get this thing out there? Who was the first person that ever thought, let's drill for oil in 5,000 feet of water? These are the questions I asked myself the first time I ever saw the rigs. And there's a whole lot of information I don't know about them. But there is one thing I know. They hold giant fish. And there is no other trip that I love more than a fishing trip out at the rigs. So join us on a new adventure, on a new boat, some amazing food, and a new opportunity at the unknown. Oil rig right behind me. I'm out here with my buddy Griffin on a 29-foot yellowfin. Marking fish on the screen right now. We're gonna give this a try.
Ooh, that's tuna. I do one bucket and put 5 baits in it.
This is how Griffin and I are using live baits to catch tuna. First off, in order to fish like this, you need to have as many live baits as possible. And before we headed offshore, we loaded up on 300 live baits in our live well. And out of all these baits, 80% of them are going to be thrown overboard to fire off the tuna. The first thing you're going to do is hook up all the lines that you're going to throw over. Put them back in the live well. Then you're going to grab your bucket, fill it with water, put 5 to 10 free swimming baits in the bucket. Then you're going to throw over your hooked up live baits and your bucket of free swimming baits all at the same time and throttle forward. This is how we get the tuna to fire off. With only having a few tuna hit the surface, we circled around the rig a few times, tried the same process, threw some baits over,
I can't believe I got touched.
and really didn't have a whole lot of action.
Got him? Oh, he just popped off back there. The one that's got a shark. Beefy critter, huh?
And as soon as the sharks came up, that was enough for us to move rigs. It takes a lot to get out here, and we're about 75 miles offshore, but the nice thing is, once you're out here, the rigs are pretty close to each other. So we just headed to the next rig 13 miles south to this one, the Marlin oil rig.
They're here. A lot of bait to throw for them not to come up.
So when you get hit, you just put the drag up.
Push it up. Second nail, second nail, second nail. Push up. Real, not that far. Real. Got it. Good. 1, 2. Doubled up. Yes, sir.
Doubled up, first fish of the day.
Just keep yours over there. I'll keep mine over here.
Doesn't feel very big.
Let's pull the hook. You got yours still? Yep. Hold the hook. Right off the bow, right off the bow.
First yellowfin of the day on the live bait. Doubled up, looks like a keeper.
Nice one. Oh, I got him. Let's go.
This is something that I've struggled with for the last 2 years. It's really hard to fish and film when you're by yourself. With Griffin hooked up on the bow and letting me know I was on my own,
All right, you're on your own.
I now had to fish, film, and gaff. Never done that before. Looking back at it, I should have just left my underwater camera where it was. But I tried to do all three, and unfortunately, I lost it.
Huh?
Oh, it broke off.
Huh?
Broke off. It's a double-edged sword. If you don't capture it, there's no video.
Yeah.
But if you don't catch it, there's no fish.
Just here, get the gaff.
It's a nice one. Hold on. Hold off.
Okay. Let's get back around.
Starting the trip off 0 for 3 is not the way anyone wants to start. But we knew the fish were here, and so we just got right back at it and got back on them.
Yeah, put like 15 baits in a bucket. Are you ready? Oh, they're there, in the freebies. Oh, yeah, dude. Come on. You can pull it off. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Oh, boy. Big boy. Put another bait out. Hook him in the neck and throw him out. And just get him out there as far as you can. Here, give me a gaff, John. Give me that gold gaff. Okay.
First fish of the day. Missed a couple yellows. Got a black.
Ready? Yep. Go ahead with the bucket. Here's them on. Oh, look at him. Oh, yeah, look at him back there. Look at him. That's a big punch. Come up, come up. Flag, white. You're on. Yep. There you go. Doubled up again.
See color, and I can't really tell. Some of the boat doing pinwheels. I think it's a yellow. No, maybe it's a black. It's a big black.
Black?
Maybe it's a yellow. I don't know. I can't tell. It's a black, I think. Yellow.
Easy.
Is that a killfish?
Oh, yeah. Do it one more time for me.
First yellow. Once we get the tuna fired up like we have, there's no need to put 10 to 15 baits in the bucket. They're already there, and sometimes you don't even need to throw extra baits, but for example here we're just throwing 2 baits. Yep. This is when it's fun and you're just getting your lines out as fast as you can and redoing the cycle over and over.
Look right here. Look at him. Oh, wow. Let's go. Here, slide over here. Let's kind of do the slide. There's another yellowfin. Came up all at once right there.
Yep. This has got to be a blackfin. One of the best parts about this trip was we were always on the move. And when the tuna went down, we changed our strategy up.
Grab it off the end of your rod.
See, I've watched people catch tuna with the live bait. I've watched Kurt do it a bunch. I've never actually done it because I'm so stubborn and I want to catch it on the popper. Yeah. And I've watched his deckhand do this, but I've never done it. On this trip, we caught tuna jigging, chunking, live baiting, but what I was really after
Oh, big one, throw, John, throw.
Were moments like this.
That was an 80-pounder.
And all year long, I have been pursuing catching a giant yellowfin tuna on a popper. And I think I'm well over 20,000 casts with nothing to show.
Ready to watch you get lit up on that thing. I will scream like a high schooler at a Taylor Swift concert, too.
And unfortunately for me, I've been really, really good at coming up empty-handed.
There we go. Come on. A little better one, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like. Looks like I'll grab my brush again. Yeah, that might be our biggest or your biggest.
30 pounds.
Nice one.
Been marking them. You just kind of sit over them with the bait and just go pick them off a little bit. You made a mess, John. Real mess.
This was a first for me. I have never foul hooked a fish in the dorsal fin.
You said that takes talent. How about mine? Holy cow. Hi, buddy. Go tell your big brothers to come by and eat my popper.
Alright, this is the point in the day where I'm so stubborn that the only way to catch a yellowfin tuna is on a popper. And the smart person in this scenario is the guy behind me who's going to catch it on live bait, but I'm going to enjoy the sunset and have a 2.5% chance of catching one on a popper.
Oh, I thought that was a blow up so bad. Just wait, bro. They're going to come up. I'm marking a few right now.
I think most people would have given up on this 15,000 casts ago, but not me. I'm just as excited right now as I was over a year and a half ago when I started chasing this fish on a popper. I know my chances are low and that my best chance at a tuna is going to be on the back of the boat with Griffin with live bait, but I've been on the hunt for this for so long, and I know at some point I'm going to get lucky and have this opportunity. It may not happen on this trip, but at some point it will, and I am literally going to lose my mind.
On.
That's a nice one.
Why'd you kill the line up? It's a big one.
Yep, you gotta reel this in. See a good one?
I don't know. Yeah, we may need to. Just bring it to the other side of the boat. Keep it out. Come on, baby. Be yellow. Yellow.
That's kind of cool. I don't know if he's legal.
Yeah.
He looks
Just check him.
face.
We can do better. We don't need to be greedy either. You know what I mean? Let him live.
Here's our update. Did not catch a tuna on a popper. 2 more yellowfins to get our limit. We are right behind the Marlin oil rig, and it's been a great day. We're gonna end with a bang here. This was a fun sequence. To start the night off, Griffin and I both started off chunking.
Ran hard at first, and now you're just coming.
With Griffin hooked up to a tuna, he heard splashes off the bow of the boat and yelled for me to throw my popper.
It's like yellowfin.
Unfortunately, I threw my popper in the complete wrong direction of where I was supposed to. But it still worked out, because I did catch a tuna on a popper, but not the right size and not the right species. But it was still a nice little consolation prize. Maybe he's bigger, now he's small.
No, he ain't that small.
On the popper!
Blackfin or yellowfin?
Blackfin. Let's go!
Pretty nice blackfin, isn't it?
I think that's my first ever blackfin on a popper. Heck yeah. Good call.
Gotta keep him. He's a lot bigger than the other ones. Open it from Austin and split it through while he's in there.
And then clean the boat. This was already an amazing day, but what happened next was 100% my favorite part of the day. We only needed one more yellowfin tuna, and I wasn't going to get it on a popper. Every trip out here this summer and fall, I always bring my popping rod and my jigging rod. But I've been so consumed with catching a yellowfin tuna on a popper that I sometimes forget about jigging. And I did this take right here, being completely sarcastic, having no intention that this would actually happen. But that's what makes this so much better. Whether it's Ryan Morey or Griffin, most people think my ideas are dumb and don't work, but I got this glow-in-the-dark jig, and I'm about to drop it down, catch a yellowfin, and prove everyone wrong on the first drop. Check this out. That's what we do ice fishing.
What? Blow it up?
Only ever gets hit when it's lit up. You have to remember, we're fishing in 2,000 plus feet at this rig. I'm looking back at the screen, seeing that the tuna are marking around 200 to 300 feet, so it takes a while to get the jig down. Once it's down, you just jig it up, reel in a couple times. And I was on right off the bat.
Oh yeah, big one.
Whoa! Alright, so caught a fish on the first drop. Not sure what it is.
Look at that. Oh. It's just gonna be a one-run blackfin. Look at all the tunas I'm marking. Look at your fish coming up on the bottom. You see where you pulled them out from?
Deep.
Yeah. Like 225. Where's that blackfin at, brother?
This whole sequence was hilarious to me, and a lot of it had to do with Griffin's denial that I was going to catch a yellowfin.
Is that a yellow? It's a yellow. Yeah, it is. That's a yellow. Yes, it is.
Yellow. Let's go. One drop, one yellow on the glow in the dark.
One drop, everyone knows the rules.
I hate jigs.
See how fast I got that thing up? You can like time that. The camera was rolling the whole time. One drop. I'm Ryan Morey the rest of the night. That's my first yellow on a slow pitch jig setup. Definitely wasn't expecting it. 100% was sarcastic on my take, but was 100% my highlight from this trip.
I'll clean up my mess.
And with that fish, it gave us our limit for yellowfin tuna for the day, so we headed back in. We got back in around 3 a.m. We just gave the boat a quick wash down and then came back the next day to do a deep clean on the boat and fillet the fish. While Griffin was filleting our tuna, this may have been the coolest thing on the trip, and it was right at the dock. It started with a giant school of mullet being chased by a school of jack crevalles. I had my drone on me, so I put it up to check it out. But what I saw with the drone was way cooler than any school of fish. Now this may not be as cool to someone from South Florida, where it's way more common, but I've never seen manatees in Pensacola, and this was a giant school of them. 18 total, plus one baby up front. I am so happy I put the drone up, because this is one of the coolest things I've ever filmed. yellowfin tuna, you want to dice them up, small little cubes, just like this. The biggest ticket with this is going to be having the right sauce. So this is real simple. All I have in here is soy sauce, along with toasted sesame seed oil and organic rice vinegar. Then the last ingredient is crushed red peppers. Put it all in a bowl and mix it up. Crushed red peppers need to sit in the sauce for about 5 minutes to kind of dissolve in there and get that flavor. All you're gonna do is take your diced cubes, put it in. You're gonna let these marinate for 5 to 10 minutes. With this, we're gonna have brown rice, which is already made here. I'm gonna cut up a fresh avocado, and this is gonna be made in about 10 minutes. Real simple to do. One of the best tasting fish in its raw form. It's been marinating in here. We got our bowl set. We're just gonna add a little bit of this extra sauce for some flavor for the rice. I owe a huge thank you to Griffin for the invite on this trip and for allowing me to fish and film with him. Without the opportunity that he's given me to come out and fish and film, it would be impossible to be doing what I am right now. And along with Griffin, the last 6 months, I have made some of the coolest connections with people that have given me opportunities to fish and film. And I can't wait to share that with you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.